beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing 3 different looks using MBA Cosmetics single shadows. I do have a very large collection of MBA Cosmetics single shadows. I'm going to show them to you real quick. I have 4 palettes here, and I actually have a few other shadows that I've ordered recently that are coming in, so I'll probably have another palette because all 4 of these are full. So I do have 2 MBA magnetic palettes that look like this. They're really cute with this little holographic quote in there. So I've got this little guy filled up, second MBA one like I mentioned, and this one is all filled up as well. Then I have this mermaid palette. This one is filled with a lot more of my neutral shades. And then I have a very large palette. This is from Makeup Forever. It's just a very sturdy metal or tin case. Very affordable too if you're looking for a bigger option. And this is filled with a lot more of my rainbow colored shadows. So anyways, I actually recently organized all of those shadows, and since doing that, I really wanted to take time to create more looks with them, and that's where I decided to do this video and create 3 looks using a variety of MBA Cosmetics shadows. Now really quickly, something to note, if you are not familiar with MBA Cosmetics, it is an indie brand. It is a woman-owned indie brand, and this is actually a brand that I work for. I do say this quite often, but I feel like most people are still always surprised by that. But I love this brand. I have gone to IMATs with this brand. I've known the owner for, I don't know, what has it been? Going on 6 or 7 years now. I've gone to Ohio where her shop is. I've done a few videos showing how, like behind the scenes, how it's made at her shop and things like that. I'll link those videos if you guys would like to check them out. It's a wonderful brand that I think deserves a little more love and attention. So I do hope you guys enjoy seeing these looks and seeing some of their products in action. And if you are interested in purchasing anything from them and would like to save 10%, I do have an affiliate code with them. It is Agape Love. It will get you 10% off. Anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the looks. So I'm just going to start by priming my eyes real quick. Not really with a primer, but I just want to kind of cancel out my darkness. So I'm just going to use my little mini size of the Pure Cosmetics Love Yourself Be foundation in the shade MG6. Can we talk a minute about how amazing the coverage of this little foundation slash concealer is? I mean, look at my darkness. It's gone. I love that. Alright, so I'm going to start off first with a big fluffy blending brush and the MBA Cosmetics pressed matte shadow in the shade Tranquil. And I'm just going to be placing that softly into my crease and transition area. This doesn't really matter too much, but I am just going to go ahead and run a little bit of that into my lower lash line as well. Next, with a flat tapered brush, I'm using this Sedona Lace EB09 brush. I'm going to go into the MBA Cosmetics pressed matte shadow in the shade Berrywood, and I'm going to be applying that to the inner and outer corners of my eyes, kind of sweeping and blending it into my crease as well. Now just going back in with that first blending brush, I'm just going to softly blend over the 2 shades down just so they kind of melt together a little bit more. Alright, now with a flat packing brush, this one is from MBA Cosmetics, I'm going to be going into the MBA Cosmetics Silk Effects pressed shadow in the shade Tokyo Sun, and I'm going to be taking that to the very center of my lid. Now normally I don't like using my fingers for applying shadows, but I want this to kind of go up a little bit not so precise, a little bit messy, just a little bit more diffuse. So I am going to take my finger just a little bit into that shadow and just kind of pat it up a little bit higher into my crease. Then with the pencil brush, I'm going to go into the shade Dark Roast and bring that to the very outer and inner corners of my eyes just a little bit to add a little bit of depth. Then again, back with Berrywood just to soften it up. Now I'm going to do something very different for my lower lash line, and I'm also going to be adding some glitter to this look, but I want to go ahead and do the rest of my face real quick before I finish up this look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back to finish the eyes. Alright, I'm back to finish up my lower lash line. I am going to put a little bit of powder down because I don't want to make a mess. I'm going to do what I can to try to prevent any fallout, but just in case I do want to put a little powder down, so I'm going to put down a little bit of some RCMA No Color powder just in case. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go into the MBA Cosmetics Pressed Silk Effect Shadow in the shade After Party, which is a very vibrant purple. I'm going to be using a kind of small smudgy brush to apply this, and I'm just going to run it close to my lower lash line as possible. And to prevent some fallout, I am actually going to spray my brush after getting some of that shadow onto it, just so there's a little bit of stickiness so it kind of adheres more with less fallout. Now this is looking a little bit harsh, so I am going to go back in with the very first shade I used in the crease, Tranquil, just to kind of blend and smoke that out a little bit. My lower lash line done, I'm going to go ahead and sweep away that powder. Now I'd like to enhance the purple on my lower lash line, so I'm going to go in with the Rimmel London Khol liner in the shade Purple for my waterline. Alright, now we're going to do something fun for the inner corner. I want to do a fun colored highlight. And for that, I'm going to be using the MBA Cosmetics Eclipse Highlighter in the shade Celestial. Now the Eclipse highlighters are really fun. They are loose powder highlights, but I like to use them more so as eyeshadows. But they all look white in the jar, but they shift a different color. So the shade I'm going to be using today is Celestial, which as you can see, it looks white in the jar, but has a shift of purple. So once I apply it to my inner corner, you're going to see that it'll pop a little bit purple. It's really fun for helping you create like duochrome looks and just multi-dimensional looks. They're really fun to use and play with. Alright, now you can be totally done with the look right here. I think it looks so beautiful. I'm in love with the way it looks. But I am going to go ahead and add glitter, and I didn't tell you guys this in the beginning because I didn't want to ruin the kind of like quote-unquote surprise of what this look is supposed to look like, but I was inspired to recreate this look by somebody else. Her name is Belle Jordan, and I just watched this video. She did like a Sephora haul, or new in Sephora, and I instantly like clicked on it, not because of the Sephora haul, but because of her makeup. I had to look at her makeup. It looked stunning, and I was like, ooh, I want to recreate that. And so I feel like I did a pretty good job. It looks fairly similar, but it does look like she did add a little bit of sparkle to the lids, and I am a glitter lover myself, so adding glitter is like kind of like unnecessary thing for me, so that is what I'm going to do. But definitely this look on its own looks so pretty just as it is right now. So if you are recreating this look as well yourself, you can leave it as this, or you can add some glitter too if you want. So anyways, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and add glitter, and the glitter I'm going to be using is also from MBA Cosmetics. This is one of their Bling It On liquid glitters in the shade Blush. Now I love these liquid glitters because it is an adhesive already mixed in with the glitter in this convenient tube. It's a squeezy tube, so you can use it however you want, with a brush, with your finger, whatever you want to do, and they're very easy to work with. And I think what I'm going to do is just squeeze a little bit out on this kind of like flat brush, and I'm going to try to do it very sparingly. I always say that and I always end up putting too much, but I do just want to add just a touch of glitter, just enough for a little bit of a sparkle to the center of my lids, because I still would like that shade Tokyo Sun to show through, but I just want to add a little bit of sparkle to this look. So here's hoping we can do that. Alright, and I think I achieved just a sprinkling. It looks really pretty, just enough to draw a little more light and brightness and attention to the center of my eyelids. I love the way this is looking. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some lashes now. So I'm going to be using the Vida Cosmetics Traicionera lashes, and I'm probably going to come back and put on a lip. Probably a nude lip, just like Belle Jordan did, but yeah, let me put these lashes on. Alright, so here are the eyes done, and oh my goodness, I am obsessed with the way this look turned out. So beautiful. I love these tones on my eyes. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? And then these lashes really made it. I love the Vida Cosmetics lashes. Every style I've tried so far, love. Okay, so I did pick out a lipstick that I think I want to try. This is the Comfort Matte lipstick from Urban Decay in the shade Trip, and I did just go ahead and line my lips first with a Makeup Forever lip pencil in the shade number 23, so hopefully it's a good match. Okay, so I'm not quite sure if this lipstick was the best choice for this look, but I don't know, I like it. I think it looks really, really pretty. This is the first time I'm actually trying this lipstick. I got it from Urban Decay quite a while back. And I think it might be a new favorite. It is gorgeous. I love this shade. Super, super beautiful. But anyways, here is the full look, everything together, full face. What do you guys think of this look? I am absolutely in love with the way this looks. I feel so, so beautiful today, and I really hope you guys like this look. Be sure to let me know what you think. But anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next look. So for look number 2, I have been really inspired by all of the yellow looks and the yellow trend with all the yellow palettes coming out, and so I really wanted to create a really pretty yellow look. Now this won't be a complete monochromatic yellow look. I'm going to be using some orange and some green in there, but it was very much so inspired by the yellow trend that's happening right now. Now I do already have concealer on my eyes because I did do my face first today, and I'm going to start off with the shade Caution, which is one of MBA Cosmetics matte shadows. It's a really bright yellow shade, and just start taking that into my crease. Next, taking a flat tapered blending brush, I'm going to go into the matte shade Tiger Lily, and I'm going to be bringing that to the inner and outer corners of my eyes. I will also start blending that upwards a little bit into the shade Caution. Now just going back in with that first blending brush, I use no additional product. I'm just going to blend a little bit over, just to create a nice soft blend. Now with the flat packing brush, I'm going to go into the shade Lemondrop and apply that to the center of my lid. Alright, I do think that looks really pretty, but I do want to intensify this a little bit more, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of this with my Morphe setting spray. And I'm just trying to blend it upwards very, very softly to kind of melt into my crease shades. With that shade laid down, I do want to go back in with a little bit more of that orange Tiger Lily, just to kind of blend the edges here and soften them up. Now I went ahead and laid down some powder because I'm going to be going in with some loose glitter next, and just to prevent any fallout, I put this down. It always messes with the white balance of my camera, so drives me nuts. But anyways, I'm going to be using one of MBA Cosmetics loose glitters in the shade Marigold. This is a really gorgeous kind of iridescent duochrome glitter. It is this beautiful kind of corally orange shade that has a little bit of a green, yellow, golden shift to it. It is absolutely stunning. It's one of my favorite glitters. So I'm actually going to be using that in conjunction with MBA Cosmetics Glitter Foil and Line Effect Serum. This stuff is amazing. It is a liquid foiling serum that you can use with glitters to foil shadows, use it to create liners and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to just dump a little bit of it on the back of my hand, dip a flat packing brush into that, and then dip that into the glitter, and then place that on my eyelid, pretty much just on that Lemondrop shade in the center of my lid. Now doing it like this should prevent most fallout, but because it is a loose glitter, there might be some, so that is why I have the powder down. Alright, moving on to the lower lash line, I think I'm going to just leave this powder down here because I'm toying with the idea of maybe adding some glitter to the lower lash line too, but I'm not quite sure yet. But anyways, I'm going to go into the shade Spanish Moss with a very small blending brush and just run that along my lower lash line. Alright, just to soften that up a little bit, I'm going to go back into the shade Caution just to blend. Alright, and just for a little bit of shimmer, I think I'm going to add the shade Toxic to my lower lash line as well. Alright, so this is what we have so far. This is how everything is looking. I'm still deciding if I want to add a little bit of that glitter just to the center of my lower lash line. I think that would be really pretty, but I'm not quite sure. No, you know what? I do. I think I want to do it. So I'm going to go back in with that same glitter. Just take a little bit more of that foil effects onto the brush and just a touch of the glitter to bring to my lower lash line. Ugh, I know I'm ridiculous with glitter, but I am actually really loving the way this is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and sweep away that powder and apply a eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Overdrive into my waterline. It's a really beautiful green shade, so I think it'll pair well with this look. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and apply some mascara off camera, and I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, and this is the completed look. I really love the way it turned out. I feel like I say that after every look, but I do. I love how bright and fun it is. I love just the extra depth and dimension that that glitter adds. It's so, so beautiful, so fun. And then for my lips, I wanted to do something a little bit bright and fun too. So I did pop on this Buxom lip gloss in the shade Cherry Flip. It's a very nice sheer but bright, pretty summery color, so I thought it paired really, really well with this look. But definitely would love to know what you guys think of this look. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the last look and tutorial. Alright, so for this last look, it's actually going to be very, very, very simple, but so gorgeous. This is actually a look that I did yesterday, just kind of playing around with some shadows, and I was like, oh, I love the way this turned out, so I knew I had to film this look, even though it's very, very simple, but it's so, so beautiful. There are a few bits that maybe seem a little bit strange, but I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat everything I did yesterday just so I could achieve the same look, because I just thought it was so, so beautiful. So anyways, with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off by priming my eyes with this Anastasia eye primer. If you guys watched my beauty rewind video, I mentioned in there that this is a primer I don't really like that much. I feel like it's just a little bit too dry, but I used it yesterday, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it today, and I have been trying to just use it a little bit more often since I did buy it and wanted to get some more use out of it, see if I change my mind at all. I still do think it's a pretty dry primer and it's not my favorite, but I did go ahead and just really moisturize my eyelids before using this, and so we're just going to go in with it. And I'm just going to take it all over my eyelid, upper and lower. Next, I'm going to go into MBA Cosmetics Matte Shadow in the shade Mojito, and I'm going to be bringing that into the crease and transition area of my eyelid. Then to deepen that up, I'm going to go into the matte shade Spanish Moss with a smaller blending brush and just blend that just below where I placed down Mojito. Alright, and just to further blend those colors, I'm going to go back into that first brush I used just to kind of blend and infuse those colors together. Alright, and then now for something fun, I went into the MBA Cosmetics Chromalust eyeshadow in the shade Infatuation, which I'm pretty sure on camera is going to look very much so more tealy blue, but under regular lighting, it has this really stunning, gorgeous green look to it. It is a multi-chrome, so it does shift from this gorgeous emerald green to like a teal blue to even purple. It's so, so beautiful. So it might look a little bit weird paired with these green shadows here on camera, but I'm going to try to show you guys what this looks like in different lighting so you guys can see the effect of it. But anyways, I thought it paired really, really well with these green matte shadows in the crease. But anyways, I am going to be taking this on the Royal & Langnickel BX80 brush and just applying that all over my lid. I find these shadows apply best when you kind of just pat them down. You don't want to do too much blending. I kind of feel like that, I don't know if it just kind of messes up the multi-dimensional pigment of it, but they just apply better if you just kind of pat them down and do a gentle like sweeping blend, not anything major. So I am just going to be patting that down all over my lid and just softly diffusing it up into my crease to meet with those matte green shades that I do have down. Alright, so the next few steps are going to seem a little bit weird, and that's just because, like I said, yesterday I was playing around with some of the eyeshadows and I didn't expect to create a look that I would recreate, but I love the way it turned out, and so since I like the way it looked, I'm just going to repeat the same steps. It might seem a little bit weird, some may seem a little bit unnecessary, but I'm just going to do what I did because I liked the end result. So anyways, I'm going to go into this beautiful Silk Effect shadow in the shade Blue Caraucco. I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks kind of similar to like blue Curacao, I think is like the name of it, but it's spelled differently, so I don't know how to pronounce this that right. But anyways, you'll see it on the screen. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade, and I'm just going to take that on a very small flat brush and bring that to my lower lash line. I just thought because this shade Infatuation on my eyelid had a little bit of blue to it, that adding a little bit of blue something to my lower lash line would be really, really beautiful. And while this shade of blue is absolutely stunning, I just didn't find it paired that well with this look. So in an effort to kind of try to make it I don't know, match a little bit better, I did go ahead and go in with more of that matte green shadow in the shade Spanish Moss and kind of just smoke that out underneath this blue shade. Alright, and then after I did that, I still felt like it didn't really tie in too well with the green. I mean, I think it's pretty. You may agree or disagree on if it pairs well or not. I just felt like it was just still a little bit too bright. So that's when I went ahead and went in with another Chromalust eyeshadow. This time I took the shade Illicit, which is a beautiful, kind of very, very dark blue shade that has a purpley shift to it, and just went in with that same brush I used with blue Curacao or Caraucco, I don't know how to pronounce it, and just smoked that right over top of that shade. And then I ended up just loving the way it came together after that. So I definitely think it turned out to be a much prettier blue, a little bit of a deeper blue with a little bit more dimension. I just like this so much better. Now, like I said, you definitely probably could have skipped that first blue, maybe even skipped adding the matte green shade and just did Illicit if you were gonna, you know, recreate this look or something. You didn't have to do those last steps, but that's what I did, and I was afraid of changing the color combination, so I wanted to do the exact same thing as I did yesterday because I just thought it was so, so pretty. But anyways, that's kind of almost it for the eyes. I have another really fun pop of color I'm gonna do on the inner corner. But first I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face. I'm going to do that off camera and we'll be right back to finish up this look. Alright, I'm back with my face and brows done, and now I'm going to go in with a little pop of a fun highlight for my inner corner. Now I talked about these in my very first look, but I'm going to be using one of MBA Cosmetics Eclipse highlighters. This is the shade Sphinx, which as you can see it looks a little bit white in the jar but has a green shift to it, and this is just going to look absolutely magical in the inner corner, and so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Oh, I just think that looks so, so beautiful. Oh, and also my face highlight is also from MBA Cosmetics. It's one of their pressed highlighters in the shade Peach Glow. It is one of my very favorites. So, so beautiful. Love the glow. Anyways, next I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Deep End. It's kind of this turquoisey blue. I just think it'll pair well with the blue on my lower lash line. I love the way this look turned out. Oh my gosh. So next I am going to apply some false lashes. I did wear this look all day yesterday with just mascara. I think it looks absolutely stunning with just mascara. I'm going to put some pictures so you guys can see what the look looks like, but I just really want to put some lashes on for today. So for my lashes, I'm going to be using the Vida Cosmetics Traicionera lashes, and then once I apply those, I'm going to go and come back and show you guys how everything looks up close. We will do a lip and then we will wrap up this video. Alright, so here is how my eyes are looking up close. I do want to show some footage in different lighting just so you guys can see a better idea of the shift of the shadow. It is truly so stunning in person. It really truly has this like peacock kind of vibe, since it does have that beautiful green, blue, and purple shift to it. It's just very hard to capture on camera, especially under these studio lights. In person, it's absolutely stunning, and just really depending on the lighting you're in, it changes. It looks so cool. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that, and hopefully I could capture it enough for you. But I just love this look so much. But anyways, to wrap up the full look, I am going to be applying a lipstick, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Game of Thrones Vice lipstick in the shade Sansa Stark. This is actually one of their more sheer lipsticks that I just love it. It's very comfortable to wear, feels just like a lip balm but adds a little bit of color, and so I think it'll be perfect for this look. Alright, and that wraps it up for this last look and tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed these looks and this video and seeing a lot of MBA Cosmetics products in action. If you do like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. Please share with me which look was your favorite. And if you happen to recreate any of these looks, I would absolutely love to see them. So if you do, be sure to take some pictures. Send them to me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Tag me, whatever you want to do. I would love to see them and share them as well. And don't forget that if you are interested in anything from MBA Cosmetics, you can use my code AGAPELOVE for 10% off. But anyways, with all that being said, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah!